Hello, fifth graders, and welcome to our 11th. I can't believe we're already on number 11, but our 11th electronic math chat. We've been working with volume. Today, we're going to be working on identifying those volumes of non-overlapping two or irregular shaped rectangular prism. So we are going to be finding the volume of this big prism Z, this little prism Y, and then adding those two volumes together to get the overall volume of this irregular shaped prism. Now, this is something that is not always easy, and it is challenging to do online. So I've taken everything that you see here, and I am going to head over to an online whiteboard that I've created right here for you guys. Now, this is how we're going to do this math chat. I am going to help you by finding the rectangular prisms Y, the volume of this smaller one, and then I'm going to have you guys find the volume of the larger prism Z. Then you're going to have to add those two together to get your final volume. Now, you are not going to have access to this whiteboard, but this is just how I'm going to explain the material to you guys. When you're working with these irregular shaped prisms and you're looking at different components or different rectangular prisms, you've got to understand that you've really got to look at the information that's given to you. The information isn't going to be right out in front of you. You've got to kind of look at it from different angles and manipulate the numbers to get the material that you need to solve the volume. So with that being said, I'm going to use my pen here, and we're going to start by trying to find the height of this rectangular prism right here, Y. So for the height, I'm looking for this area right here, right in this area. Now, oh, my dogs are going to start barking. Thunder just went off, and they're getting a little crazy. So if you hear them bark, I apologize. So to get the height of this rectangular prism right here, I am going to look at what it's giving to me. It's giving to me that from the top of rectangular prism Z to the top of rectangular prism Y, there's a difference of 6 inches right here. Now, I also know that the overall height of this rectangular prism right here is 18. So from here all the way down to here is 18, but I don't want that overall height of Z. I want just the height of Y. So if I know this whole area right here is 18, but I only want this area right here, I'm going to take away the 6 inches right here that is between the two prisms. So if I have 18 and I'm taking 6 away from 18, I'm going to have 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. I'm going to have a height of 12 inches. Okay, I got that by looking at the overall height and subtracting the difference between the two prisms. Now I'm going to look for the length. And for the length, I'm looking at I'm going to change colors so we can see the difference. I'm looking at right here for length. Okay, so again, I'm going to look at the length of prism Z. Prism Z's length is 10 inches. So if it's 10 inches right here, I know it's also going to be 10 inches right here. Okay? But I don't want 10 inches. The overall of this, the length of prism Z, I want just the length of prism Y. So I know that they overlap in this area, but the areas they're not overlapping in, that's again a difference of 6. So I'm going to take that 10 inches, subtract the 6 inches where they're not meeting up against each other, and I'm going to get a difference of 4 inches. So that tells me the length is 4 inches. Now I'm going to try to find the width of prism Z, or prism Y, I'm sorry. I'm going to do green. So the width I'm looking for this area, oh, that's not a really green color. Let's go with purple. Maybe that would be better. There we go. It's a little better. So for my width, I'm looking for this area. Now, this one's going to be a little challenging because I don't know the length or the width right here, But I know that this overall width from here, the end of Z, all the way to the end of Y, that overall width is 16 inches, okay? But right here, over, the width of prism Z is 10 inches. From here to here is 16, from here to here is 10, and I only want this missing area right here. So I'm going to find the difference between these two widths. So I'm going to take 16 and I'm going to subtract 10 inches away from it because they share, they're overall together, they're 16, but we know that the width of just Z is 10. 16 minus 10 is going to give me 6. So I have a width of 6 inches. So again, you have to look at the information that they're giving to you. See how messy all this is, you guys? Math is meant to be messy. These are challenging problems. So what I've done for you is I've given you the height, length, and width of rectangular prism Y. You now are going to have to calculate that volume of that prism. I want you to find height, length, and width of prism Z. Find the overall volume of that. And then you're going to add them together to find out what the volume of the two of them combined is going to be. I'm going to hop back over to my Google Doc. I'm going to share or copy down the information that we just solved together. The height was 12. The length was 4. And the width was 6. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to, again, find the volume of prism Y. Find the dimensions and volume of prism Z, and find the total volume of the sculpture. I want you to label your answer with the unit, and in this case our unit is inches, and make sure you're labeling it as cubic inches or inches cubed because we are dealing with volume. That's your math chat number 11. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. Please, please, please label your thinking so I can help you guys if you're making any errors. It's how I'm going to be able to support you. In fact, I'm going to add that right here. I'm going to write down, you must write down how you came up with your overall answer so I can see how you were thinking. There. Now you have to write a sentence for me. All right, guys. Good luck. Take care, and I'll see you at our next math chat.